And it is another Man Scout Monday. I, of course, am the Man Scout Jake Manning here on a very busy Monday. Hey, guys, hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing well. I'll be doing even better if you guys hit that share button right now. Hit that like button, that thumbs up button, that heart button, that hug button, that mad button, whatever, emotion button to let people know that we're here. It is Man Scout Monday. Thank you for everybody that's tuning in here tonight on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Instagram Live. This might be more of a talky episode. So if you're watching on Instagram Live, you're going to get more of a better shot because of the narrowness. I'm making sure that I am narrowly in the Instagram Live feed, which, by the way, the RTPM that I have to log into every week is very frustrating. So I appreciate everybody that's watching on Instagram Live, all of you that are in there. So anybody on Instagram Live, go ahead and comment, like, do whatever, because I have to change my Instagram password just about every time I log into it because security reasons. It causes off an alert, but I can't thank you guys enough. Those of you who are watching on Facebook Live as well. Jason Helms, good to see you. Ray to Rock is in here as well. DJ Shadow Penguin is just Penguin's Shadow on YouTube, I assume. Russell Ranger's here. John D. Pietro is here, as well as Brian and David Canning. Hopefully, David Canning, I will see you this weekend, which you said that in the comment. So regardless, everybody that's here right now, let everybody know. Invite people to like the Facebook page, Man Scout Jake Manning Facebook page. Please, I need all the likes I can get so we can get this out to a bigger audience and let people know all of the fun we're having here, because this is the only fun I have. I have no other fun in my entire life because it's basically all work. I am the hardest working part-time employed person you know. I think I'm also doing some sort of internship right now, and I don't even know it. I'm working part-time, but I'm doing full-time work right now on top of juggling a comedy career and a wrestling career that are both on life support, and I might be on life support eventually. I don't know. It has been another busy week. As I told you guys last week, of course, I was at the AEW tapings here in Charlotte, but I may or may not have made a trip down to Jacksonville. I thought I would have had that announcement, that scoop for you, but I would recommend paying attention to AEW Dark tomorrow. How about that? So you heard it here first. What are they going to do? That's all. Dozens of you that are watching right now, you get that scoop. Watch AEW Dark tomorrow. Don't blink. Also, too, as you know, my appearances on AEW Dark, they don't last very long. So go check that out tomorrow, AEW Dark. You'll enjoy it regardless. And hopefully you've been enjoying Dark Elevation that was just airing just like mere hour or so ago, or a couple hours ago. So hopefully you'll check that out. So yes, the trombone guy is back. Not trombone guy is back here, which also I just shipped off to Jason. Jason paid for his auction win in the first ever big LG Memorial T-shirt auction. He paid it, and I just shipped it off. I made 10 cents on shipping, Jason. So just as a little bit of a heads up there. So just like I was giving you guys a little heads up of Watch Dark tomorrow. It was, listen, I drove all, just when you watch AEW Dark tomorrow, just remember, totally unrelated to what we having in the dark. Just to let you know that just to remind you that I did Man Scout Monday, went to bed, got up, and then I just happened to drive to Jacksonville, Florida. Not saying I'm on Dark. I'm just saying that maybe you should check out Dark tomorrow. But just this is happenstance. Dark comes out every Tuesday, but I don't normally drive all the way down to Jacksonville, Florida, in a Tuesday morning and drive down there and be around for taping for a long period of time, and then get up and then go to another undisclosed location of some sort of taping of some sort of thing, and then immediately drive all the way back to Charlotte, sleep in my truck, not car, because car would be a comfortable sleep. Truck is not a comfortable sleep. Hour and a half, and then get back home, sleep for 2 hours, and then go in and work all day, then have a bunch of video conference calls, and then spend time with my girlfriend, So then the next day I could work all day. So I just keep all that in mind that when you watch AEW Dark, which may or may not see me on there, I don't know. So just let you know. So hopefully the dirt sheets are lighting up with all kinds of information right there. Um, I guess they're booking people who are over 30 years old and are under 6 foot. I possibly, I don't know. But yeah, it was a busy week for me. I had a little trip down to Jacksonville and then got back and got 3.5 hours of sleep and work to get ready for a stadium that was going to have a soft open this past Friday. It was Panther Fan Fest. Just throw a fan fest on it, and Jake Manning's going to be there. Wrestling fan fest, comic book fan fest. It makes no difference. If there's a fan fest, I'm involved in probably selling some sort of swag, which I was this past Friday. I was selling the wares in the top level 513. So if you were in the 513 level of Bank of America Stadium this past Friday, well, I was the guy behind the mask selling everything. Because I have to wear a mask the whole time I'm at work. All Bank of America employees have to wear masks while they work, and I was there selling what I could, and I was not selling rain ponchos even though it was raining. I could have made a fortune if I just had some rain ponchos. I almost sold some garbage cans for $5. Not garbage cans, some trash bags. I almost sold those for $5 a piece and called them rain ponchos. I was this close. I'm a bit of a hustler that way, but I don't think old Mr. Tepper would appreciate me doing that because, for whatever reason. But regardless, it was a very, very busy weekend that way for me. FanFest, that I was able to have a little bit of downtime Saturday, and I did a lot of work on Sunday. And of course, everybody and their brother got released this weekend. And then also Joe Rogan told us not to get vaccinated. And if you are, you're part of the problem. So it was a very busy weekend. There are a lot of things going on. And, my girlfriend, I talked to her a lot this weekend on like some ways to make the show a little bit better, and wanted me to talk about what do I need to do? What am I missing here, babe? Like what do I need to do? She's like, you really should talk about, some current wrestling things and your opinion on it, because she hears me talk about it. I think she's just sick of me hearing my opinion on everything. And she's like, why don't you just share it with the people that tune into your show every Monday, what your wrestling opinion is? And I'm like, yeah, do people even care what my opinion is or what I have to say about anything? I'm the low man on the totem pole. I mean, I've been doing wrestling for 18 years, but just because I'm doing it doesn't mean I'm successful at it. But, I feel like I have some opinions about things, and, everybody seems to have their opinions on Twitter about a lot of things, and most particularly the last round of releases. Everybody's very bummed out that all these people are no longer going to be on NXT or SmackDown or Raw or whatever program it is. And a lot of people are pretty mad about it, especially not just this set of releases, but the ones before that and the ones before that. People are pretty mad about just this whole widespread release of people. And, I just got to say, to every one of those people who are released, I got to tell you guys, you're going to be fine. I'm fucked, but you're fine. Because here's the thing. All these guys are now going into my pond. They're coming into my pool. And if you are a promoter, then guess what? You're going to pick the guy who's had TV experience. All these places that I'm trying to get to, they're going to go for the guy who just got released because he's got buzz now, and hopefully you guys are hitting your ground running, and you're going to message all the places that I've already messaged, and I may or may not have got a reply to. I just got a reply from somebody a little bit ago who I sent a message to 2 weeks ago, and they apologized for not replying back. But as soon as I see the list of release, they may just ignore me again. So, I mean, that's the biggest concern I have with all these releases, is that it's going to clog up the indies and a lot of guys like myself who have been able to see some movement, because I've been wrestling for 18 years, and I feel like my athletic peak, my wrestling peak, was 2009. Well, guess what? The same hot indie guys in 2009 were the same hot indie guys in 2003. You're still seeing in a indie main event, Loki versus Chris Hero. That's something that you were going to see, and the market's flooded. And that was one of the nice things when they were signing all this indie talent. There was forward progression. There was an opportunity for guys to move up. There was guys opportunities for guys like me to move up. And with now the market flooded and now people with TV time, I'm very nervous about the war horses, the Dan the Dads, the Darren Corbins, the Jake Chris, the multitude of guys that are out there just banging away right now that are just, some of them have a little bit of time, some of them don't, they didn't have a run on NXT with the North American belt or a multitude of different things. I'm very concerned about that, how cluttered it's going to get. I'm also concerned at the slowness in which some of these indie promotions are coming back. And I get that you're being cautious, but at the same time, too, like, I'm vaccinated. Like, I feel like a lot of people are vaccinated. And I put the gauntlet out for one indie promoter. I was like, hey, why don't you have reduced ticket prices for people who are vaccinated and the people who are not? Well, guess what? We got to space you out a little bit differently so that seat's a little bit different. And I get people saying you're vaccinated or not vaccinated is a very controversial topic, but at the same time too, I got vaccinated and felt like ass for days, and I did it so I could wrestle more. I did it so I'd have the opportunity for us to get back to some sense of normalcy. And I get what Joe Rogan was saying about, like, well, it evolves and the more vaccinated and the way it's going to get even stronger. Well, it gets stronger because it's allowed to live, and it's living in countries that are not well vaccinated. That's where these variants are coming from. And what he's discussing, if you haven't heard it, go listen to it. It's an interesting point, and it's kind of the way I felt about the flu shot. But that's the flu. This is something that kills people, and it's killing a lot of unvaccinated people. And I don't want that. I really feel like, if we all just, make your decisions, do your research. Cause I agree. At one point in time, like, I was like, I don't know if I should get the vaccine or not, but I kind of hung back, watched, made the best educated decision, came up with the numbers, and I feel comfortable with getting the vaccine. And if I need to get a booster by the end of the year, great. But I think the big concern right now is, you know, unvaccinated people in the countries that have low vaccination rates. That's where the variants are going to come from. That's where this virus is going to mutate. If it's allowed to live and jump from person to person in harsher degrees, it's going to get worse. And then we're going to go into that shutdown. But then I'm worried about maybe a situation like, hey, if you're vaccinated, great. If you're not, screw you. I don't want that. I don't want to say screw you to people that make it a decision. But you got to do your own research. You gotta feel comfortable with it. The resources are there, the numbers are there. I feel good about the numbers and getting the vaccine. I feel like it's important. Like, if you're vaccinated and you get sick, you seem to bounce back a little bit quicker. Could it, get this virus, get it even worse? Well, it could get even worse if we're not vaccinated. So I feel like getting vaccinated is the step in the right direction. And I think it's the way that we get closest to, back to normalcy. So I just, I don't know. That's my opinion on that. It flooded. I went from WWE releases to vaccinations, and I don't know if I have an audience anymore. There's a few more people that are watching right now. Somebody in Australia right now is like, wish they could have got vaccinated sooner. Which Australia, they will shut down a country for 13 cases of COVID. And it's so funny to see during their lockdown, they're like, oh, we got to shut down the country for 13 cases. Then it's like, oh no, there's 110. Oh no, we got 250. And their minds are blown, and they've wanted to get the vaccine for a long period of time just so they could get over it as fast as possible. So, but no, and the immune system, like, I'm hearing a lot of things. If you have immune issues and you're concerned about it, go see your doctor. I guarantee doctors would love to talk you into getting the vaccine. I'm sure doctors would love to give you all the information to make you feel more comfortable. Don't listen to some asshole on a live stream, an IG stream right now. Listen to your doctors. You make your own decisions, much like I made my own decisions. And, I think the whole wait back, hold off and check it out period. We're at that point right now. And I think you got to figure out what works best and what's best for everybody else. So, Russell Ranger is telling me that Jeff Hart is vaccinated. So think about that, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Hart did his own sense of scientific research, looked into it, and then was like, yeah, I'm on board with that. A man who I'm not 100% sure can walk into a DMV and get a license, because I don't know if he can communicate to a person who works at the DMV what he wants. So, there's a lot of discussion right now. I don't know if the virus. John DiPietro, the virus is not Democrat or Republican. No, it's a real thing. So hopefully, I'm sweating right now for sharing my opinions right now. So maybe that's what Man Scout Monday's more about, is me sharing my feelings and my opinions, and hopefully I can articulate them properly while I have an Australian giving me shit in the IG live comment section. She's letting me know that there are 400 plus cases in Australia right now, and they are trying to get the vaccine as fast as possible. They did not get it as quickly as we did, and they would love to get it as fast as possible. Remember when everyone was sharing all that information, all those pictures of look, this is what Sydney is, because they actually went through a lockdown, and then they were going back into a lockdown, and just wait. 6 months from now, they're going to be showing another video clip of Sydney, everybody walking around with no masks on, be like, this is what the world looks like if they all get vaccinated. So Raider Rock is even saying he's vaccinated. So let's recap here. Freightrain, I know for sure, has got the vaccine, and he's gonna be a little bit later on the program, not to talk about the vaccine. He's going to cut a promo on somebody. Raider Rock, vaccinated. Jeff Hart, vaccinated. Russell Ranger, vaccinated. I saw Mr. Thunderbolt on his IG. Somehow, some way, I need to run a $5 wrestling show, because apparently the majority of my roster is vaccinated right now. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. $5 wrestlers have been like, vaccine? Good. Great. So, but yeah, I just want to get to the point I don't have to wear a face mask on an August game day. Really, that's what I want to do, because I'm required to by Bank of America. It was so weird walking into the team store. I'm like, I got to put this on. David Canning, also vaccinated as well. So, but yeah, I carry my card very proudly, and I'll tell you what, I carry my card around, and it gets me through all medical checks super fast. And since I'm going to be flying into New York City this weekend, I'm sure I'm going to have to flash that. So I'm going to put it right in my bag. If I need to show it to go anywhere, I'm going to have the vaccination card, and it's like a free pass to go wherever I need to go. It's just made things a heck of a lot easier. But part of the reason why I'm going back to NYC is because I will be wrestling at Northeast Wrestling this weekend. That's right, I'll be wrestling at Northeast Wrestling, and I will be taking on Dan Moff in a Northeast Wrestling title match. This is the big one, guys. I'm going to be taking on a man who's about as dangerous as a global pandemic, and there's actually a very good video promo package to hopefully get you excited about it. So if you live in the Northeast area, I highly recommend that you go to northeastwrestling.com. Get your tickets right now to check out the Mid-Hudson Civic Center, well, formerly Mid-Hudson Civic Center, but Poughkeepsie, New York. There's a multitude of great stars on. Darby Allin will be making an appearance there. Sammy Guevara is wrestling Fuego. Fuego is going to be wrestling on the show against Sammy Guevara. Eddie Kingston is wrestling on the show. Cody Rhodes will be there as an appearance. Jerry the King Lawler, Ty Conte will be there as well. So Tay Conte, every time I say it, it's always the wrong one. But check that out. But here, right now, check out this promo video for my Northeast Wrestling title match with Dan Moff.
It's time for the 2019 Over the Top Rumble. Here comes the Man Scout, drawing number 1 in the Over the Top Rumble. The Dream is alive. Number 1, number 30. Go get him, Man Scout. He has fought, he has battled since number 1. Wait a second. A Man Scout, Jake Manning, is your winner. What a way to kick off 2019.
Hey it's your new best friend, Adam Page. And I just want to say congratulations on your upcoming title shot and send you well wishes.
And I'll tell you, Dan off, you're scarier than a worldwide pandemic. But both of you, man, no matter who's the winner, better be afraid of the Man Scout, Jake Manning, August 14th.
But now Jake Manning has a date with Dan Moff at WrestleFest, and he is not going to wait.
That's a scary man. He's mad at me. I might have something to match this, like my eye over here, which this is just an allergic reaction to something. He might punch me over here, and I might have a matching messed up eye. But I would highly recommend that you check that out if you're in the Northeast Wrestling area, Poughkeepsie, New York specifically. Very exciting match. Very nervous about this one. Dan Moff, probably the most respected wrestlers in the Northeast, a beast of a man. I think he's in some of the best shape he's ever been in his entire life, but I think I'm in the best shape of my entire life. This will be my first time ever wrestling Dan Moff. This could be it for me. I don't know. I don't know what this world's going to hold in my wrestling career and what happens. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of moving parts happening, a lot of questions I have in my life. And something that's never been in question is how much I love and respect the Northeast wrestling fans. And if I'm going to get the opportunity to, win the Northeast wrestling title, like WrestleFest 25 seems like the biggest place to do it. So we'll see. Laura, I will be bringing my tent. I have a tent that fits in my carry-on bag. I also have a carry-on bag that will be as full of t-shirts as I possibly can, signed 8x10s, pins, and pint-size all-stars. Yes, I still have some of those. I know a lot of people are DMing me like, hey, can I get a pint-size all-star? Well, here's the thing. I don't want to be like just going to the mail every single day. It'll be mailing off one of them. Very soon I'll be doing something merch-wise with a website and a multitude of different things. That's coming down the road. And who knows, maybe I'll do an auction and just show them on here and sell them like we did old school VGT way and sell like a bunch of them, so I don't have to sell them all at once. Maybe we'll do like an old school auction here on Man Scout Monday one of these days, and we'll just sold, item name and price, and I'll give you the whole rundown as always. Maybe we'll get to that point, but for right now, I've got some, and if you're going to be at Northeast Wrestling, you can go pick some up. I'm going to bring a whole handful of Man Scout pint-sized all-stars, and I'm getting down. I'm getting down to the amount that I have. So I would recommend just come out for just that. Just come out and get a pint-sized all-star for me, the Man Scout Jake Manning, and maybe possibly see me win the Northeast Wrestling title. So, but yeah, guys, as I said, my good friend Freight Train, I'm trying to remind you guys that he is one of the best promo cutters in all of the world. But it seems like, because I'm not running $5 wrestling, he's getting lost in the shuffle. You're hearing a multitude of other really great promo guys out there, and like, oh, this guy cuts a promo and it's fire. This guy's this, and like, I'm hearing names like Eddie Kingston, and rightfully so. I've been saying it myself. Eddie Kingston, one of the best promos, interviews that you're ever going to see in professional wrestling. But what if there was an altercation and there was an opportunity for someone like Freight Train to cut an interview on Eddie Kingston? Well, that opportunity might be right here and right now. Hey there, folks. It's me, the Man Scout Jake Manning. I'm here at the Train Depot, otherwise known as Freight Train's home. $5 Wrestling's on a bit of a hiatus right now for whatever reason. But I want to let you guys know and remind you again that this guy right here, the Freight Train, is the king of the promos. And there's a guy, who's made a lot of noise with his promos recently, and I'm going to give you, Freight Train, an opportunity to defend your crown against the Mad King himself. I want you to cut a promo now, Freight Train, on Eddie Kingston.
What's up, Eddie Kingston? It's Freight Train. Listen up. You trying to cut a promo on everybody. Let's see if you can cut a promo on me. I want to know some kin to Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston a big fan of mine. I want to know some kin to him, because Eddie Kingston, let's see, can take this Freight Train down. I don't care where you want to wrestle me at. I don't care if it's on a big time or independent show, on the street, carnival, fairground, anywhere else. I don't care where it's at. Let's see, can you take this big old train down, Eddie Kingston. You ain't gonna be able to beat this big old man. I'm 6'5", a little bit over 300 pounds. I don't know. Can't take this big old black man down, cause this guy don't play. This Freight Train, we have to rail on you. Hit the rail on you like a runaway freight train around the railroad track. Cause this a big old Norfolk Southern train around the railroad track. I will have to rail on you, Eddie Kingston. If you get this message, holler back. I don't care where you hear it at. I don't care who sent it to you. Just holler back at Freight Train, or holler back at somebody, or Coca Bound, or anybody. I don't care who it is, and let them know you want to challenge the Freight Train. I don't care where it's at, Eddie Kingston, because the Freight Train don't back down from no man. The Freight Train don't back down from no man. The Freight Train challenge any man he feel like challenge. If any man got the guts to step to the plate, just bring it. Just bring it. Any man got the guts to step to the plate. Cause Eddie Kingston is train on the rail on you like this, shoo, 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 like that. The train on the rail on you like that. That's how I'm gonna rail on you, like I derail on all my opponents. Like I derail on Steve Corino and Eugene and the Goon. That's how I'm going to derail on you, because I will derail on name recognition wrestlers too. See how I derail on Eugene and Steve Corino back in 2015 in New Orleans at the Sugar Mill Arena in New Orleans. That's how I derailed on Steve Corino. He wasn't no man for the Freight Train. Had a hard time taking the Freight Train pain. That's how I'm derailing on you, Eddie Kingston. When you get this, holler back. It's choo-choo time.
Oh, you made it racial. You almost knocked a hole in the wall. Freight Train. That was an impassioned promo right there.
Yeah, it was. I got these big old arms where I almost knocked a hole in the wall. Cause my arms is powerful. My arms and elbow is powerful. Cause I didn't mean to try to knock a hole in this wall. Let you know how I'm derailed on you, Eddie Kingston. If you ever face the Freight Train, just let me know.
Most certainly will. That's right. There's Freight Train cutting a promo on Eddie Kingston. If you want to holler back, Eddie, just let me know. You've been challenged in a promo battle here on Man Scout Monday. So watch yourself. You feel the Freight Train pain, much like Steve Corino did, who's catching shrapnel, as Ty Miller pointed out. But yeah, Freight Train just all over the place. Long journey for that promo right there. Hopefully it was worth it. But as I said, me and Freight Train, we could get in on front of the camera and film that no problem with no mask on because we're both vaccinated. CDC says we can do that, but also too, the CDC says I can get together with Raider Rock, Mr. Thunderbolt, possibly Dynamite. I don't know what his vaccination status is, but I'll be filming something with all three of those men very soon. There will be some long running segments with Dynamite, Mr. Thunderbolt, and Raider Rock, and I will be filming the bulk of those this upcoming Sunday, and you'll probably see a couple of those on the next Man Scout Monday coming up in the future. I got a multitude of really, really good ideas with all these $5 wrestlers. I'm going to incorporate them more in Man Scout Monday till I figure out what $5 wrestling is going to be, which apparently now that I know they're all vaccinated, it's going to be a lot easier to run a show. Now I just got to get the equipment, a ring, a place to run a show, and I'm good. Great. I have a talent that's mostly vaccinated. So, good for me. I guess that's the only thing I got going for $5 wrestling right now is that. But what I got going on Man Scout Monday is an amazing, viewers that tune in every Monday. And I can't thank you guys enough for hitting the share button, the like button. Make sure you hit the like button as much as possible. But get ahead of letting everybody know all the fun we have here. In advance. I post ahead of time on my social media at Man Scout Manning on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you hit that share button, retweet button, like button, all those things to let as many people know about all the fun we're having here. Maybe I'll share more opinions. People seem to like that. The viewers went up while they did that. Got a lot of chatter in the comment section, a lot of debates happening. So yeah, maybe I will just kind of share my opinions and thoughts on things that happen. You guys seem to kind of care about that, where I've always been like, nobody cares. But I think you guys care about what I think because you tune into Man Scout Monday, and I care what you guys think. And I can't thank you guys enough of all of you guys that tune in every single week. And guys, as always, please pay attention to me on social media as always, at Man Scout Manning on Instagram and Twitter. And we will close the show as we always do with the wonderful intro video sung by the wonderful, great Sarah Shockey, who's just on the Ocho ESPN this past weekend in the Era Guitar Championships. So make sure you check out Marty and Sarah Loves Wrestling. Make sure you check out that podcast and check out a multitude of different things that are coming down the pike for me. I have a lot of comedy shows, of course, Northeast Wrestling. I will be at a gathering of Juggalos. I will also be at Elevation Wrestling in Lexington, North Carolina at the end of the month, and some other top secret stuff coming up towards the end of the month into Labor Day. Pay attention. You'll find me. You might see me. Anyways, this has been another edition of Man Scout Monday. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you next Monday.